Welcome to the UCL Fantasy Matchday 8 is so near, so today I'm going to make the best wildcard team for Matchday 8. Remember, under the wildcard chip, you have unlimited transfers but limited budget. You have same budget, 105 million, but you have unlimited transfers. You can pick any player from any team, but we have one restriction. We can afford only 4 players from each team. Okay, let's start. Before I start any selection, I must mention that I have took 85 points in the first leg of round of 16. It was so good. It was better maybe than I have imagined. So this time I took opportunity and I will make wildcard for second leg because I think second leg will be much better for me and I have much more expectations than I had for the first leg. So let's start with the goalkeepers. I had two choice, of course, Andrea Lunin from Real Madrid and Jan Sommer from Inter Milan. Real Madrid is against Leipzig. They have won 1-0 in away game when Brahim Diaz scored very good goal. And Andre Lunin was, I think, man of the match. Maybe Brahim, despite the fact Brahim Diaz took the man of the match award, I think Andre Lunin deserved it because he did nine great saves and he repeated the record of Thibaut Courtois, who did same against Liverpool in the final. Andre Lunin was very good, and in La Liga he's so good, of course. He became very good replacement of Thibaut Courtois, and it was surprise for everyone. Ukrainian goalkeeper is tough this match, and they bought Kepa from Chelsea, but Angel Lunin with his great saves and with his great performances managed to have starting lineup of Real Madrid, and I think Real Madrid will beat Leipzig again, and I think Real Madrid will be between eight best teams and play quarterfinals. So I think Lunin is the good choice. Next one is Jan Sommer. If Lunin somehow fails our promises and our images. I think Jan Sommer will be good replacement for him because I think Inter Milan is solid team this year. I say it in every video because Inter Milan is very good. They are fantastic, unbelievable. They playing amazing football, and like in defense, like in attack, in the center, they are very good. And I think some of them as their career season, just like Jan Sommer, of course, because they took a clean sheet against Atletico Madrid at home, and I think in away game they will do same because Atletico Madrid is in a good shape, and they lost match against Athletic Bilbao. They have match today, of course, but I think Inter Milan will manage to have a good match, and I think they deserve to be in the best eight team within best eight team. Those two will be my goalkeepers. Defensive line will be just like this. I start with Matteo Darmian, and I have same reason just like Jan Sommer because Inter Milan is very good at defense. And Matteo Darmian is starting player because he overtook Dumfries. And I think Matteo Darmian will play again Atletico Madrid in away game, and he will be starter because in defense he is better than Dumfries. Maybe in attack Dumfries is better than him because he's taller, he's good, he's faster. But I think Matteo Darmian at defense is very solid, and he deserves to be in the starting lineup, and he will be. However, Matteo Darmian is cheaper defender, 4.3 million, and this kind of performance is very good at that price. Next one will be Kim Min-jae from Bayern. Bayern lost first match 1-0 against Lazio, and Dario Upamecano was disappointing in that match. But Kim Min-jae, I think I trust again Kim Min-jae because I think Lazio will play like this. They will try to defend their 1-0 against Bayern, and it will be silly move I think from Mauricio Sarri because he's a coach like this. He'll try to defense, and I think Bayern will score many goals. And despite the fact they lost first leg. In the away game, I think at Allianz Arena there is nobody who can keep clean sheet against Bayern. Next one will be Akanji from Manchester City. I want to take Ruben Dias from Manchester City, and I think Ruben Dias will be the best player from Manchester City defensive line, and the stability with the stability Ruben Dias will be good. But there is one thing: if referee books him, he will miss the quarterfinal first leg, and it will be disaster for us, because in for long term perspective I think it will not be good for us, maybe this time Pep Guardiola will not choose him as a starter, because we all know in the quarterfinal nobody knows Manchester City, who will face Manchester City. So I think there is no need to risk against Copenhagen, because there is two goal advantage, and I think Ruben Dias will rest, and I think Mao Akanji will be the player who replace him and who will be starter this time. I must repeat that if referee books Ruben Dias, he will be out for the first leg of the quarterfinals. Next one is Madsen from Borussia Dortmund. I chose him in a way game against PSV, and I will choose him again because Madsen is very good at attacking, and very good at defensive line. It was 1-1 draw in the first leg against PSV, but I think against Yellow Wall, PSV will not manage to have clean sheet, and I think Borussia Dortmund deserves to be in the best 8 team, and I think Borussia Dortmund will qualify, and Madsen is the good decision, because that kind of selection will give us the motivation of attacking and motivation of defending, because he's very good in both situations. He is loan from Chelsea, and I think Chelsea will return that player after this season. Next one is William Saliba, and he's from Arsenal. I saw Arsenal defenders, and William Saliba's cost is 5.5 million. That's very cheap, because other players, for example, Kiwior, costs 5.8, and I think it's silly. And I think William Saliba is the choice from Arsenal. I think Arsenal lost the first match against Porto, but Porto knows those tricks. Porto beat Bayern years ago, and at home, and they lost match 7-1 against Bayern in away game. Porto knows the tricks. I think it will repeat same. Maybe it will not be 7-1, of course, but Arsenal will destroy Porto. I think. Sorry for Porto fans. Feel sorry for them, but Arsenal is good at Emirates, and at Emirates against North London, I don't think Porto can manage to have clean sheet, and I expect, to be honest, at least 3 goals from Arsenal, and my predict will be 4-0 or 4-1 for Arsenal, of course. And I think William Saliba will be the best selection from defensive line from North London. Okay, let's see our midfield line. We will have such kind of midfield line for Matchday 8. I'll start with Jude Bellingham, who is returned from injury, and we see that his price is increased, and I think he deserved it, because his price was 7.2, I guess, and his price is 8 right now. Jude Bellingham has had match against Valencia, and he has performed 90 minutes. He got red card after the game. I don't think it will be removed from him, because La Liga is very different this time, and they won match against Valencia, but it's draw 2-2, and I think it was embarrassing match, and the referee's performance was embarrassing, of course, and I think Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham will be so angry, and they have match against RB Leipzig in away game, I think, in a home game, of course, and in Bernabeu I think Jude Bellingham must score goals or do assists, and return from injury. Jude is so good. I think he's the best transfer of this season. and one of the best performers. If Real Madrid wins titles, I think Jude Bellingham will have opportunity to have at least top 3 or top 5 in Ballon d'Or, but this is very long perspective. Next one is next two players I think will be from Manchester City, Phil Foden and Jeremy Doku. I don't need to describe Phil Foden because his performance is so fantastic this year. After in 2024, Phil Foden I think is one of the best, and he took many good points. He also scored in against Copenhagen in a away match, and in the Champions League he is very good. He is decisive player, and Phil Foden will be my choice. And I don't choose De Bruyne this time because I chose him in last match, but I think he will rest because De Bruyne has problems in according to his injury. Maybe he has recidive, and I think Phil Foden will spend will match, while De Bruyne will be substituted by someone. Next, I think it will be Jeremy Doku from Manchester City again. Jack Grealish got injured against Luton Town in a FA Cup, and Jeremy Doku got replaced. Jeremy Doku will have opportunity to make his dreams alive and play in the starting lineup. Because of the absence of Jack Grealish, he will have a chance to prove his abilities again. And the Copenhagen is the very good team. Against Copenhagen, he must take good points. He must be active and efficient, of course. Next one is Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, and I think this player will have many good points. I expect for him at least 11 points against Porto, because I have mentioned that I predict 4-0 or 3-0 against Porto at home, and Bukayo Saka will score at least one goal, I think, and I have good opportunity to take Saka, and I advise you to not to sell Saka or just keep him. Next one is Zaire Emery from PSG. I think Zaire Emery will be good for a long term perspective, because I think Real Sociedad will not manage to win against PSG with 2 goals. Zaire Emery will be in the quarterfinal first leg, of course. I was thinking between him and between Declan Rice, but just like Ruben Dias, Declan Rice has same problem. If referee books him, he will miss the first leg of the quarterfinal. So Mikel Arteta knows that better than me. I don't say that he will not play, but maybe in the second half Arteta substitutes him. I see that scenario, and I must over took him, and I must place Zaire Emery, who is cheaper, of course, and I think Zaire Emery will play the whole match. Okay, let's see our forward line. Our forward line will be like this. No surprises. Erling Haaland plays. He has his place in the starting lineup, and Erling Haaland will be my captain, of course, for Matchday second. If Matchday one captain fails my opportunities, and the Matchday first captain will be Harry Kane, and I will talk about it later. Erling Haaland must be angry. He had not good match against Copenhagen, but against Luton he scored maybe 5 goals. I remember Repoker. Yes, it was five goals, and I think against Manchester United he will score at least double today. And with a good mood, I think Erling Haaland will destroy Copenhagen. Sorry for Copenhagen fans, of course, but without Erling Haaland, it will not be a profitable team for us. Next one is Vinicius Junior, and just like Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Junior must be angry. He got double against Valencia yesterday, but they had not win much against Valencia at Mestalla because of referee's mistake, I think. And Vinicius Junior against Leipzig will be very dangerous, and I think we must take him, because for long perspective he is very good at Champions League. He's good, of course, and he's profitable player. And the last one will be Hurricane from Bayern. I want to pick Kylian Mbappe because I'm not sure Bayern will qualify. Maybe it's 80% for me, and only 20% for Lazio, despite the fact they win first match against Bayern. But I think Mauricio Sarri will be scared, will be afraid of Allianz Arena, and he will try to defend his 1-0. And this time Bayern will be very deadly, and Thomas Tuchel has only one opportunity to save this season. Maybe he's out. We all know he will be out from Bayern after this season. He will quit this team. But we all know Thomas Tuchel is not the worst coach, and I think he has only one opportunity to save this season, and this is Champions League. Maybe he will not win, but maybe semi-final will be good enough. And I think Lazio against maybe lose against Lazio, and Bayern will fire him this time. So I think we will must take Hurricane. He's very good player. He's in good shape despite the fact Bayern can't win matches. He always scores goals at Allianz Arena, of course. He also takes penalties, and that's very good. And I want, as I have mentioned, that I want Kylian Mbappe instead of Harry Kane. But we also that Luis Enrique substitute him in the last two matches after the halftime, and he describes that PSG must play without Kylian Mbappe because they have to play in the next season without Kylian Mbappe, and I think that's over. That's over. Kylian Mbappe will be out from the jail, and Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid 90%, because it's obvious Kylian Mbappe is going to leave PSG after this season. Maybe if Real Sociedad has not managed to score goal, maybe Luis Enrique will substitute him again. And I don't want to lack the points because there, in the other hand, we have Harry Kane who is very motivated. They have to make comeback, and we have PSG player Kylian Mbappe who is under danger to be substituted after the halftime. I think that will be good if we pick Hurricane, and that will be a wise selection from us. Okay, that's the team. I think I will not make any changes. If I do, I will make another video, of course, on Monday night. But this time that team I think is very solid. If you have any tips for me, you can comment, of course, and please subscribe the channel and like this video because it represents single click for you, but it's very motivational for me. uh, thanks for watching. See you later. I wish you take high points, and I wish you share your opinions with me. Thanks for watching again. Goodbye.